we use this time to reflect upon the Lord's Supper, as we do every first day of the week when we meet here together. We partake of the Lord's Supper. One thing that came in mind this morning as I was thinking about presenting a short talk was the perfection that's found in Jesus. We talked about in our class this morning that God is perfect. He's all-knowing. But we realize that his Son was the perfect sacrifice. We refer to him as the perfect Lamb of God that was sacrificed for us. That our debt of sin was paid upon the cross. And one thing that stood out to me as I read the account of the crucifixion this morning was found, I was reading from, I read Matthew's and Luke's account, but in Luke's account, the verse 36 of chapter 23, talking about the crucifixion at the point of Jesus' death. And when Jesus had cried with a loud voice, he said, Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. And having said this, he gave up the ghost. The one thing that stood out to me was what this centurion that was there said next here in verse 47. Now when the centurion saw saw what was done, he glorified God, saying, certainly this was a righteous man. There's two things I want us to realize here as we look at what the centurion did. The first thing was he glorified God. As we partake of the Lord's Supper this morning, we glorify God in doing this. And also, as we partake of the Lord's Supper this morning, we, like the centurion, realize that certainly Jesus was a righteous man. The perfect Lamb of God that was given for us. May we give God the glory this morning as we remember what he did for us at Calvary.